Hey guys, Latonya Davis here talking to you about desegregation in St. Louis. Before I begin, I want to make sure you guys know about my website. It's latonyadavis.us. Check it out. I actually have some new pages I put on there, some new links for you to check out, and I'd love for you to look at it. So make sure you guys get on my website, okay? Before I begin, please remember to share, like, and comment on my videos. And today's a special one. It's kind of a two-parter. I'm actually here with a special guest. I have my mom with me. And I always say, and I even say this in my book, that the best thing that she's ever done for me was to sign us up for the desegregation program because of what it's done for me. And she is here and we can talk about it. So I want to introduce you to my mom.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Thank you so much for getting on this blog with me today. I wanted to ask you a few questions about how we grew up and about the situations and different factors that we experienced growing up. So are you ready?
Yes, I'm very ready.
Okay. Look at the camera. All right. So you grew up and you had 6 kids before you were 21. And you found out about the desegregation program. So how did you learn about the desegregation program?
I learned the desegregation program through literature I got in the mail. And it came to my house. And I did not want you guys going to the school in the inner city where I lived at. So when I found that out, I wrote them and told them that I have 6 babies. And I would love for them to go to a different type of school where they can get more activities, more learning, and stuff like that. And I just wanted the best for my children because I was brought up, it was 14 of us, 14 sisters and brothers. And, we didn't have nothing, so I wanted better for my children. So I wanted to send them out to a better school in the outer city where there's computers and different, type of education and as far as they can get ready for the work world and know what it's like.
Oh wow, thank you so much for telling us that, Mom. So another thing that I was looking at as I experienced as a teacher in the DSEG program is I noticed that a lot of the kids when they have special events after school that they don't, a lot of family members aren't able to come visit them to see them in their sport and things like that. How did it feel knowing not having a car or the ability to go see your kids in different sporting events? What was that like?
Well, first of all, it wasn't that I didn't have a car. It that I wasn't driving. And then the other children, I had too many children, and so therefore, I did the best I could, the best of my ability. And I felt that was a great way for them to learn better and learn more, and it wouldn't be as many children in the classroom. Mm-hmm. So, that was one of the best things I could do for my children. I even, when they was going to the city school, I would work, and I would pay bus fare for them to go on the south side, the same school I went to, so that they couldn't go out there to the school in that vicinity because it wasn't too bright, And I wanted the best for my children,
Yeah, thank you, Mom. Yeah, growing up, our parents did whatever they could to get us the best education, and they wanted to be there. However, they weren't able to. But in that, they also tried their hardest to get transportation for us to get out into the county schools, and because they were aware of the education that we would get. And I can thank my mom enough for signing us up and doing all that she could to get us out there. And so thank you, Mom, for thank you so much. And
No
this is on video.
Okay.
I want people to know that I really appreciate you doing that. And this is definitely a positive of the desegregation program. Unfortunately, there are a lot of things that the family members can't do as a result of the schools being so far away. But there's a lot they are doing in the background that a lot of people don't see. I mean, sometimes the schools are so far away, and parents have to work, so they can't get out to the schools. But they are aware that the kids are in good hands, and so that's something that a lot of people don't think about. So, all right. Well, this video is for teachers and coaches as well. Along those lines, um, you know, a lot of them don't think about the fact that these kids are staying after practice really late, getting to school, getting bused home, and then getting bused back to school the next day. These kids are tired. And I was actually working out yesterday or in the last week, and I noticed where I work out, some kids were getting off a bus from the city to get to the place where I was working out, and you could see them as they got off the bus. They were tired, they're fatigued. It's a long bus ride, and they were about to go to a really intensive practice. And so, those are things that a lot of people don't think about, the fact that these kids, they go through a lot to get out there and participate. And another thing that I believe coaches don't think about is the fact that, a lot of our sporting events, they don't start till 7 p.m. And so school's out at about 3:30. And what are these kids doing during that time for 4 hours? As I was a track coach, I would ask the kids, hey, where are you going after school? Or I would set them up to stay at someone's place for a few hours. And I would make sure they had food, because a lot of them didn't have money or didn't have ability to get dinner before they participated in their sport that evening. Those are just things you don't think about. You just think, meet here at 7. But what are they doing until that time? How are we making sure that they are okay during those hours